Hey, good day and welcome back. We're in part 2 of how to draw hair on our map of the human face. So again, I dug out a book that I had, Drawing Real People, and I just wanted to use this as a reference at the beginning here. So yesterday, or whenever I filmed the first part of this, we were talking about how the hair, you kind of get just the outline of where it goes on the head, and then you go in and you fill it in with line, a little bit of line, and mainly shadow, right? And so this one's supposed to be Marilyn Monroe's hair. And if we go backwards here, like a child's hair, the same idea here, and this is what I was trying to get across to you guys yesterday, is on your egg, you just outline where you want your hair. So like this egg might actually be through here, and you're going to outline where you want your hair. Then you're going to go in with some line, especially around the edges on the face. Outline and use line in the direction of the hair. And then you're going to fill most of it in with value or shading. So anybody guess on who that is? Yeah, it's supposed to be George Washington's hair. And we all know he wore a wig from what history tells us. Wanted to back up just a second to eyebrows. I mentioned in the previous video that, I said something about girls using wax to shape their eyebrows, and that's true, but boys do it too. And professional people all over the world I hear use waxing to shape their eyebrows. So that ideally you'll shape your eyebrow with a little light line at the beginning, and then you'll go in and start doing the individual lines for the eyebrow, okay? And that's what this illustrates. And then down here at the bottom of this is like the eyelashes, okay? And this says no, right? So it comes off the eyelash and curves down and out to whichever side of the face. If it's on the right side, it'll curve that direction. Flip a little bit. Okay, so let's get back to this. What I've done for you guys and for myself too. Here's the one we've been drawing on, right? I just used a light box this morning and I traced it, just the outline of the egg, okay? So I would have a clean image to go from. And we're going to worry about hair again. And I want to apologize. I noticed in my videos that the way I was laying this down, it's reflecting the light up there. Apologize about that. I hope to redo them. So here's what I was talking about. Just define the edge of the hairline, male, female, if it's goatee, and that's what we're going to kind of work on here a little bit, maybe the eyebrow a little bit. So let's say, I want to show you something here. Since we are, I've just got an outline here. I'm going to shade this top lip in. One of the hints about the mouth is that the top lip is darker. And I'm going to outline that little line where the mouth goes together, the opening, just a little bit darker. And so one of the hints about the eye, the top eyelid, is that it's more curved and it's darker. Notice that doesn't even have a bottom eyelid because we believe, no. So darker, the pupil's also darker. The pupil is darker. And then sometimes you can see just a little indentation of the nostril. But just by doing that, and there's some shadow here underneath his bottom lip. And I'm not going to shade the rest of that right now. But let's worry about eyelashes, eyebrows. Let's worry about eyebrows and hair. I wanted to use this as an example. So the overall shape here, and this lady's turned up a little bit, but you can see the individual hairs. You might want to pencil in the overall shape, whatever shape it is. Whether it's this one or another one, pencil in. No, it's not. I've probably exaggerated that too much, very lightly. And then you're going to use a pencil to do these individual hairs. And of course, with the eyebrow, it won't kill you. to do every hair there, even though there's probably 1,000. You'll use your pencil then to go back. You don't want that original outline to show. You just want these individual hairs, okay? Well, let's work on, let's say this is a dude instead of a dudette, right? And so he's going to have maybe a goatee, and we're just going to define where it's going to be on his face. Maybe it's going to, and so what I like to do, and what I often do, is I'll just start by doing, maybe it's stubble, and you're just going to do some stippling and define where this is. Of course, if it's stubble, it's not going to come below the chin very far, is it? Because it's just barely like a 5 o'clock shadow or something. So it's just going to be there. You know, maybe he's got some here too. Let's just say it's stubble for now. I'm just stippling. So now he's got some stubble, and we're just defining the area. I have kids all the time that want to do this, and for some reason or another, some of them have a difficult time with this. Okay, so now it's just very light stubble, but let's say that he's got a full-fledged, got some growth here, and so we're going to bring this below here a little bit. Notice how it's coming below the chin, just outlining where it goes, and maybe. So this line, I'm going to go ahead and erase before I get. Now maybe he has blonde hair or gray hair, and you can't really see the hair too well, but because it has volume, all kinds of shampoo and stuff out there that push volume. So you're going to maybe just a few lines here that suggest. And again, like maybe he pushes, combs, and so it would fall over. Just these lines a little bit longer. And maybe there's a definite little. So this would be, and it does need more work. Maybe it comes over the mouth here a little bit. And so if it does, you might even need to go in there and erase a little bit. Just have that. So like a goatee. Now let's try to match this over here. Similar, very light. And we're just going to go. Totally different, right? But the magic eraser here, we can fix some of it. And those are very rounded, and it's like one side's up a little bit, and that's all right. So let's do a little bit of eyelashes here. A little bit of eyelashes coming out and going to the right there. Don't kill your image by putting eyelashes on it. Sometimes people focus on that and they don't need to. Now, I don't have any particular dude in mind here. I just am trying to illustrate something. So maybe let's do 1/2 here. Maybe he has some sideburns. So you're going to do the same thing. Maybe shape it, because they're going to have a little thickness. They're going to cover up part of that ear. Shape it, and let's say that maybe his hairline comes down here. That's all I'm going to worry about. It's just where that goes. And if it's, as long as his goatee, notice here, so it's going to come out of the head, scalp and the head. And maybe this hair is going to go this direction, but as it comes around the head, it's going to go back. And so I'm just going to define that right now. And maybe here he's got, well, let's just keep it, maybe he's got let's just say he's got but now his hair, if it's going to match this, it's going to be kind of short. So so that it comes around and goes down, comes around. Now it may have a little thickness here, up over this egg, right? So it may take up this much volume. Good idea to go in there and erase that. But you get the point. I'm just filling it in with some line. Now, I'm going to cheat right here. Really, all I need to see are those lines. I'm going to take my stump that I've laid here. I'm going to shade this in. just going to blend what's on there. Some of those lines will remain. Most of it will blend in. Now, I don't have any shadow or anything here on the ear or on this side of the face. You know, you could actually do that here just a little bit. I don't want to cover up those lines. We're not worried about shading the face right now. Maybe I'll do this too. Just pulling. And you don't have to blend that. Just clean him up right there. Maybe he needs a trim. But you get the point here. All right. So let's give him let's go back to our what we looked at earlier. Let's say he's a Marilyn. Well, first off, let's say that this is, okay, can I fix that or redo that? Yeah, we can give him we're just going to modify. So his hair would come out. I'm looking at this. Out. And then he's got this big boof, or Marilyn does. A little bit of his ear is showing. So I'm just doing, and see how it goes down here? It's dark. So behind here, I'm not going to worry about making it super detailed. I'm just shading that in right now, but let's give him, maybe his hair comes here. Just trying to capture the outline. And all right, so the only reason I did that is because of the volume there. And I'm looking at this. Always, always use references. You don't have to make it exactly like that person. You're not going to anyhow. I don't know, even the best artists in the world, they can do really awesome likenesses of people, but it's super difficult to get the exact. Hey, now there's people out there that's really, so all I'm doing is, now if you look at this, there's the earlobe. Okay, maybe we can define that like, this part's in shadow, and so this edge here. But right here's what I really wanted. So we're gonna put this, just sculpt it in there. And that's basically what you're doing, is sculpting. You gotta keep in mind that's gonna come up over that egg because it's boofed up there. And then you're gonna put, maybe it comes a little bit more. Here's the ear here, there's a little boof here, and it comes down same length kind of here. But so there's just an outline of the hair for this person, okay? And then you're going to go in and you're going to put some lineage just here where you see it. Ultimately, you're going to shade it something like this, okay? And you can see that this is step one, outlining and lines. Maybe step two, getting some of the swirls in there, just where the hair lays. And then you're going to take, at the end, after you've got a lot of line in there and maybe some shadow laid down, you're going to blend it with your finger or a stump. You can already see how that's looking, okay? All right. You know, I guess that's all I have for this video, but I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for practicing. That's how you get better at anything. Practice, practice, practice. And, you know, if you're not willing to practice, you're not willing to grow. So look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, and have a good day.